Hi gang, this is Don White and welcome to this week's edition of God's Money. This week on God's Money, we're going back into the past. We're going to do a little old school God's Money. You know, when I was on the radio, we would do these acrostics where we would take 5 letters of a word. We'd cover it for each one of those days, and that would be God's Money for that particular week. One of my favorite acrostics is the acrostic money, M.O.N.E.Y. Take those 5 letters and you get 5 different thoughts, and these 5 things, if you do these things or any one of these things or certainly all 5 of these things, you're going to definitely have financial issues. And those 5 things are found in this acrostic: money. M, mimicking the lifestyles of your parents. O, overcome by peer pressure. N, no idea where the money goes. E, ego. And then Y, kind of my favorite, yielding to your yearnings regardless of your earnings. So the first challenge that we see with many of our friends is mimicking the lifestyle of their parents. This is so easy to do. Mom and dad have a great house. Why don't I have a great house? Mom and dad have a swimming pool. Why don't I have a swimming pool? Mom and dad have fill in the blank. Why shouldn't I fill in the blank? The truth is, just because mom and dad did it doesn't mean that you should be doing it. The fact is, oftentimes your parents were overextended, and then you're going to get even further overextended. The fact of the matter is that when you mimic the lifestyles of anyone, your parents or anyone else that you respect, or maybe even don't respect, all you're doing is trying to keep up with the Joneses. The truth is, no matter how much you try, you can't keep up with the Joneses. So stay away from this idea of mimicking the lifestyles of your parents or your heroes, because if you do, you're going to be in much better shape financially. Not only do we want to avoid mimicking the lifestyles of our parents, but man, watch out for peer pressure. I don't care what anybody says, you can be overcome by peer pressure if you're 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, I don't care if you're 105. Every single person that I know has friends that are going to be trying to help you out. And you know, they're not doing it because they don't like you, they're doing it because they like you, because they want to see you do better. But the truth is, we can be overcome by the pressure of our peers. Don't do it. You know that car you have in the driveway? That may be the cheapest car you can own. So don't trade it in just because your friend says, you know, you should have that new model because that new model's got better whatever. The fact is, everybody struggles with peer pressure. So don't allow it to happen in your life. Don't be overcome by it, because if you do, you're going to be in financial trouble, and it's going to be potentially very bad. Simply stated, if you have no idea where your money goes, you're in big trouble. You're always going to be in financial trouble, because here's the deal. No matter how much money you make, you always have to manage it. I don't care if you're Donald Trump, you can't buy everything that's in the mall. So if you want to have good control over your finances, know exactly how much money you make and how much money you spend, and make sure that you spend less than you make. It's really just that simple. I want to make sure that every single dollar that I spend is being spent in a way that is approving to God, because it's God's money, it's not my money. So if we can always approach this from, hey, I'm managing God's money, then obviously God would want to know that you're doing a good job. If I'm looking at the financial records of some company that I might want to invest in, let's say I want to invest in IBM or Apple or something like that, I'd want to know exactly how much money they make, and I'd want to know exactly how much money they spend. Well, of course, I know those things on public companies, but do I know that about you? Do you know that about yourself? You should know as much about your finances as IBM knows about theirs. So don't fall into the trap of no idea where the money goes. Know where your money goes. EGO is an acronym. It actually is edge God out. And so many of us edge God out when it comes to our finances. We think God's not even part of the game. I remember I was talking to a friend of mine a couple of weeks ago, and he said, what do you mean it's God's money? I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. The fact is, he never once considered the fact that everything that he has is God's. Nothing that he has was ever given to him by anybody but God. We came into this world with nothing, and for sure, we will leave with nothing. So don't edge God out. Make God the most important thing in your finances. Make sure that you're doing whatever it is that you're doing for Him. If you're going to yield to anyone, yield to God. Don't yield to your yearnings, the things that you want, everything that you need. Oh, I need this, I need that. No, no, no. It's you want this, you want that. The truth is, and this is a painful truth, you can never have everything that you want. Mimicking the lifestyle of your parents will not work. Overcome by peer pressure, that won't work. Having no idea where the money goes, that's a calamity that you can't afford to take. Edging God out, oh my goodness. And yielding to your yearnings regardless of your earnings. Those 5 things are going to get you into financial calamity. Don't allow it. I'm Don White, and this is God's Money.